Talking this morning, Pat, Alex, and myself, we're talking with Dominic DeLeo. He is the manager of home energy performance for our friends at Isaac Heating and Cooling. We're here till 10 o'clock every Saturday morning on Property Source Radio and Sports Radio 950 ESPN. With the change of seasons, time's quickly coming to take care of some stuff in the home. Furnace, air conditioning, that sort of thing.
Yeah, this is definitely, I know it's the end of summer, nobody wants to think about it, but this is definitely the time to prepare. Heating season is going to be here before we know it. This is a really good time to have your equipment serviced. They clean, they check it, make sure that it's going to make it through the winter season.
Okay, so it'd be the biggest nightmare, having the furnace crap out.
It's frequent. It happens to a lot of people. I know my air conditioning died when first thing it got hot a couple of years back, 2-3 years ago. And it just gone. So, and I know I don't even know if I've done it with a furnace, but I know a lot of people that have, right? November rolls around, here comes the snow, and there goes the furnace. So it's common.
Do I have to cover the air conditioner, the central air unit in the wintertime?
Typically what we recommend is just a piece of plywood on top with a brick. Don't wrap the unit. Yeah, when you wrap the unit, it tends to trap the condensation inside. They make covers and sell covers that are that way.
What does the brick do? Or the piece of plywood?
Piece of plywood, all you're really trying to do is keep leaves from entering the top and icicles from doing damage if an icicle falls off and hits the unit.
Oh, okay. Now, paint a picture behind the scenes. Isaac Heating and Cooling. What happens? What time of year? I mean, do we have last-minute panickers what's the collective majority that's going into this season? The fall season. You know what I mean?
I think it's just like anything. Yes, last-minute panickers. Most of the time, probably our busiest 2 days are the first day that everybody turns the heat on in the winter and everybody turns the air conditioner on, towards summertime. Yeah. And it's just, one of the things you can do is, run it a little bit early. Oh. Make sure it operates a couple of days when we get a couple of colder days, but it seems like everybody waits and that, right at the same time, everybody flips it on and
you guys are running like crazy.
Oh, absolutely. That's the time. Once you get through that initial push, then it steadies out, but that always seems like, it's a panic, which is great. It keeps us going, and the guys look forward to that.
Okay.
Well, now, what about like air duct cleaning? Like, do you offer an air duct cleaning service that would?
Yes, we do.
And do you?
I'm so glad the answer was yes.
Do you recommend? Is that really? Because I remember paying a company to come in and clean my air ducts because they had never been done when we bought the house. So we're like, there was just a lot of dust in the air. No matter how many times we cleaned the furnace filter or changed it, we thought maybe if we have the air ducts cleaned, we'll see a significant difference. And to be totally honest, we didn't. That's why I wonder, like, is it something that's worth it, or does it have to be done every year, or how do you?
We typically recommend it about every 10 years. And, and it's kind of different for every customer and different for every house as far as how much they're going to get out of the duct. If you have pets, absolutely. You'd be surprised at how much hair gets collected in that return air duct.
You might find a couple of pets in there, too.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Old newspapers, pets, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we do recommend it. Sometimes it's more than just that, though. You get the ducts clean, and then you look at a better filtration system, and that takes care of the dust a lot of times.
Are there new furnaces that are there, I guess, green furnaces?
Yes, there are, actually. There's, they've been around for a while. Now they're perfected, and, there's rebates and incentives that are attached to them. Most of the stuff now, 95% high-efficiency equipment, DC drive blower motors, which essentially means it's very inexpensive to operate. So at that furnace, you're actually going to save money in the heating season as well as the cooling season because you do use that fan. So you think of most equipment that's out there anywhere from 60 to 80% efficient. So every dollar you're spending, you keep somewhere between 60 and 80 cents in the house. These new furnaces, 95% of that dollar stays right in the house. It's probably the easiest way to explain it.
And Dominic DeLeo from Isaac Heating and Cooling.
And you mentioned the last segment. You guys have 150 employees located in the Rochester area? Did I misunderstand?
Don't quote me on that. Yes, we have in the area of 150 to 200 employees. Most of them are in the Rochester area.
Okay.
We have a branch now in Elmira, Avon. We just opened a brand new branch in Canandaigua.
Wow.
And one in Syracuse.
That's fantastic. I didn't realize you guys were that big of a company. That's just great to learn that about this area. We've got some big.
It's funny because when I see an Isaac truck in someone's driveway, I say, "Oh, it's too bad they have to, have some work done." But I always know that they're going to get the job done right. I've never ever encountered a grouchy Isaac guy. Really, they
That's
always
like
seem to,
on the job application. Are you
Yeah.
grouchy? Yes or no?
but they always just seem so friendly. And Julie engages them in conversation all the time. Finds out about their families and
Oh,
what
really?
they're doing. And
She does all that?
Oh, she loves. She kind of puts them to the test that way.
Oh, okay. So it's a planned.
It's a tool.
Strategy tool.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna be down in the basement ripping her off if she's talked about their family
She can
first.
find out about. She gets an idea of the job they're going to do based on their personality.
Okay.
And I
Very
can't say
interesting strategy.
everybody at Isaac has a great personality.
I tell you, that's the first thing I look for when we're hiring people. It's based on attitude.
Oh.
That comes before mechanical ability, training. We can do the training. We can show the guys the nuts and bolts, but it's the attitude starts there. And
You
that's
can't
the thing.
teach them an attitude. That's
That's it.
true.
I guess it's like a doctor having a good bedside manner. I
Exactly.
Guess.
Yeah.
And this guy has a huge. I have to tell you this. This guy has a huge smile on his face. He's looking at his watch every second along the way because you're going on vacation as soon as you finish this gig.
That said, as soon as I'm out of here, we're gonna head south, go to Florida, take the kids to Disney World. So
Nice.
Ah, fun.
Bring your wallet.
yeah,
Yes.
I'll definitely bring my
Oh
wallet.
gosh,
And
how old are your kids?
I got two little girls, 6 and 3, Rachel and Maya. If I don't mention their names, they'll be very upset.
Yeah.
So
First trip to Disney World?
no, we've been a few times.
Oh, okay. Isn't it just the best?
Yeah, it is. Sometimes you get back and you feel like you need a vacation from the vacation.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work,
I
especially for the
think
kids. But
it's-
yeah, it's a great time.
Oh, I hate it.
Of course you do.
I'm with you, Pat.
Really?
I'm with you. We took Lewis to Disney World in November, and
gosh.
it was like
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get home.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
I think it's one of the greatest places on earth. I really,
Did you bring
really
your kids
do.
or did you go by yourself?
I would go by myself.
See, that's better.
Julie and I have talked about going by ourselves, but we'd bring Stevie down there all the time when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got to have the attitude for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be excited about the Mickey sightings.
Right.
I mean, when you see Mickey, you feel like you're lucky.
That's true.
well, it's like now how they do it is they have like, years ago, the characters would just kind of walk freely among the park and you could interact with them. And now they do it where like they're in specific locations at specific times.
Yeah,
so my son was all excited to get autographs. We bought him a little autograph book and, so we would have to go like, all right, you have to go down by Captain Hook's ship at 2:00 and wait in a line of 40 million people. It's like line after line after line. And for some reason, my son he's one of these guys that's like he's a tough guy until it's time to like get on the ride, and then he instantly had to go to the bathroom or he cried.
Well,
So-
that would be discouraging.
I made him go on the Tower of Terror with me at Hollywood Studios. That's
Yeah.
my favorite ride.
Me too.
And he was, he's trying to play it cool, and you're walking through the mansion and he's looking around. It's all dark and creepy, it's the Twilight Zone. And as soon as we get about 2 feet before we're about to get on the ride, he starts melting down. So then all these little kids are coming over to him and they're going, "It's okay, Lewis. Don't worry about it. You can get on you can do it, buddy. If I can do it, you can do it." It was so funny. So then when you get off the ride, they have that place where you can see your picture.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I almost bought our picture because Lewis's like I'm screaming and Lewis's face. I mean, it looked like I beat him before we got on the ride, and he's like halfway buried into the people next to us. It was so funny, but I don't know. We wanted to wait until he was old enough to like do everything, and man, I just came home and I was like, that was just okay.
But your girls are ready to become little princesses. They'll all want to be Ariel. They'll want to be Snow White and all that.
Go to the
got all
bibbity
their-
bobbity boutique.
What's your favorite part with going to do that whole event? I'd call it
The Disney scene.
The Disney scene, yeah.
Just watching the kids, watch them have a good time. I think
That's
for us,
exciting.
That's what it's all about. Yep.
When you go on vacation, are you going to be looking to check out the heating and air conditioning units and just see what they? I mean, do you bring your job with you even in the slightest sense at the hotel or anywhere?
Yes,
I'm sure you do.
Unfortunately, you sit down at a restaurant, I'm looking up, look at the ductwork, look at the system.
Yeah.
So my wife gets upset about it, but yeah, I try not to, but yeah, it just kind of happens.
That's funny. You a football fan?
Yes, I am.
Your team is?
Buffalo,
You and me both.
Bills fan right now.
Well, our buddy Pat Coyne here. I don't know if you know or not, but Pat Coyne is a football guru and has been now for 2 weeks.
2 Saturdays in a row.
In a couple of minutes when we come back, Dominic, he's going to give us our prediction for tonight's Bills game with Jacksonville.
There we go. It should be
So
interesting.
you can you can bet the furnace on this one. We'll get that and more. We'll be back in 1 minute. It's Property Source. Well, not 1 minute. Couple minutes.
Couple
Got to
minutes.
pay the bills.
That's right.
Property Source Radio here at Sports Radio 950 ESPN.